Okay, welcome aboard the Embraer 175. I'm going to show you how to do the startup here. So, we do our quick cockpit checklist. Make sure everything is not tampered with. Check the overhead, see how everything is, right? First thing we're going to do is, because we got the ground power on, we're going to turn on the plane. So we're going to go to our GPU panel. It says avail, it means it's available. So when we press it, it'll say in use. I was going to turn the lights on. And it's going to go through its checklist. It's internal checklist. Turn my headlamp off here. Brightness is up. This is the system checklist, as you see. It'll show up here. Your status menu. There we go. Caution warning light come on. We'll press both of them. And continue to go through the system, right? I'm gonna show you around real fast. As we sit down in the captain seat, this is our primary flight display. This is our main flight display where you can change around the settings. This is our ECAS, so basically our engine information, right? Engines are off. Also our status. We have our fuel quantity, oil pressure, all of our flaps and spoiler statuses, landing gear, any other messages we have. So right now batteries 1 and 2 are off. Our emergency lights are not armed. Our yield control is off, and IRS is still aligning, and our flight control test is in progress, and our steering is off. I'll show you around. This is the overhead compartment, right? You have your electrical power, so this is what we just selected, right? Our GPU. This is our DC power, so this is our extra power with our batteries included. This is our cockpit lights, which I just messed with. Our passenger signs, so we have our stereo or smoking, our fast seatbelts. Stereo sign is our backup emergency lights right up here, and then we have our actual emergency lights, which are off. We have our fuel, so we have our feeds and our fuel pumps, and then we have our fire extinguisher statuses, and these will illuminate if there's a fire. Our APU control, which is off. We have our windshield wipers, which are off, and our external lights, our navigation, strobe, beacon lights, our logo lights, and instrument panel lights, and our taxi, and our landing lights. And we have our hydraulics, so we have our PTU, our electrical pumps, our systems, so we have our systems hydraulics. We have our pressurization switches, in which this case they are off. And then we have our windshield heating, so your ice, and you have your air conditioning or your bleeds. Then you have your passenger oxygen, so in case there's an emergency. And again, this is our flight displays. And with this one, you can actually change. So this is a little mouse pad here, right? And so what I'm going to do is make sure we're on this one. So this is where we control the mouse, right? As you see here, you can see the thing moving. And then we have a side button, right? So we can look at system status, and we can look at other stuff. So we can like have flight control, which is testing right now. Then we got our we got fuel, we got our electrical. Alright, so right now we're in GPU control. As you see, there's no APU yet. I'm not even going to turn it on today because we're not doing anything. So we'll go back to our status. And then that's all of our status. So my passenger door is on, my other door is open, and then our because the vent flap's open, then we got our cargo bins open. And here we have our computers. So this is where I do my radios, and then to control which radio you want to listen to, you use these switches down here, right? So all I gotta do is turn that on like that. I can listen to 121.9er, which is our ground. And I want to talk to them, I just hit that button, and I can talk to them. And then this is the ramp button, so down here, and then ramp, and I can talk to ramp, etc. Right? So I'll turn my radio off here. Then this is our flight control mode, so in case something happens with our flight controls, that's where your alarm comes in. You have your ignitions, which are in auto, and then this is how you start and stop the engines. This is your thrust levers here, so that's how you give thrust. This is your speed brakes, or your spoilers, and this is your flaps and your slats. And that is pretty much it for the Embraer 175. Of course, you got other functions here, like you have a ramp call button or our horn, and then we have our steering right here. Then we have our pedals on the ground for our rudder. We have our yoke right here. We have our little microphone down there, and that's the oxygen. Okay, so you lose pressurization, that's how you need to breathe. And this is for the window, and that is pretty much it. And our speakers are up here to listen, and that is it for the 175. This is your beautiful tour.